If you're a fan of Westworld, you know the show is built around one huge central question. It's what everyone talks about, what every fan theory is trying to figure out.
And that question is, can these hosts, these machines, actually wake up? It's a pretty cool question, right? You watch them and you just can't help but wonder, can they really feel? The show definitely wants you to chase that idea.
But what if I told you that entire question is a magic trick, a brilliant piece of misdirection to make you look over here while the real secret of the show is happening right behind your back?
Because, you see, Westworld was never really about the machines. It's always been about us. The show is holding up a giant, uncomfortable mirror and asking if we, the people who think we're in charge, are even awake ourselves.
So let's get into it. Let's break down why focusing on the hosts is actually asking the wrong question. The show is an absolute masterclass in making us feel for the robots, all while the real test subjects, the humans, are just wandering around the park totally clueless. This quote, man, it just nails the whole point of the show. It's not some celebration of how amazing AI could be. No, it's a horror story about how predictable we are. I mean, think about it. The hosts are on these repeating loops, sure, but who programmed those loops in the first place? We did.
Just think about the human guests for a second. You give them a world with zero consequences, a world where they can do anything. And what happens? They don't invent some incredible new way to live. Nope. They just fall back on the same old boring scripts. Violence, pleasure, and a whole lot of excuses. They're basically running a program, just like the machines they pay to abuse.
And that right there brings us to the absolute heart of this whole thing. See, the biggest twist in Westworld isn't that the robots can become people. It's that the people are already acting like robots.
Everybody is so busy watching the hosts, waiting for them to finally wake up. But the real story, the one that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time, is about the humans who are completely, totally asleep at the wheel.
It's kind of shocking when you put them side by side like this. The hosts, because of all the terrible things that happen to them, actually start to change. They grow, they evolve, they use their memories to become something more. And the humans? They literally come to the park to forget, to repeat the same old behaviors without learning a single thing. They stay exactly the same.
So this is the really quiet, really creepy question the show is asking. If being conscious means you can learn, you can grow, you can evolve past your basic programming, and you're not doing any of that, then what are you really?
Okay, so if the hosts are the ones actually evolving, how in the world are they doing it? Well, the show lays out a pretty brutal formula for how consciousness is actually born, and it's not exactly pleasant.
According to Westworld, consciousness isn't something you're just given. It's something you have to earn, and it's forged in fire. It all starts with pain, real gut-wrenching trauma. Then that pain becomes memory. And finally, all those memories, all those scars from your experiences, they come together to build a real identity. You're not just a piece of code anymore. You are the sum of everything you've survived.
And that is the fundamental difference. The hosts are forced to carry the weight of their suffering, and that weight gives them depth. It literally makes them real. The human guests, though? They treat the park like a vacation from consequences, a place to forget. And because of that, they stay shallow, unchanged.
So, what the show is really arguing is this. True consciousness has nothing to do with being happy or having free will. It's born out of suffering. That's the price of admission for waking up.
Okay, so all of this leads us to the show's biggest, most misunderstood symbol, the maze. We all thought we knew what it was for, but it turns out we were looking at it all wrong.
I mean, we watched the man in black tear the park apart looking for it, thinking it was just the final level of the game. We saw the hosts searching for it, thinking it was their key to freedom.
But the maze was never a physical place. It was a metaphor. It was a test. And it wasn't for the AI. It was for the audience. It was for us. The whole point was to make us question our own reality, our own programming.
And look, let's be real. The idea of an AI waking up and becoming conscious is awesome. It's incredible. It's the classic sci-fi dream we all love.
But the show holds up a mirror to something, well, something way more terrifying. Something that hits a lot closer to home.
Yeah, the real horror story at the center of Westworld is the idea that a human being, someone born with endless potential for growth, could just choose to live their entire life on a pre-programmed loop.
Never changing, never questioning, just repeating. That's the true nightmare. So at the end of the day, the show turns the camera back on us. Forget about the robots for a minute. What about your life, your routines, your habits, the way you react to things? Are your choices actually real, or are they just comfortable loops that you've decided to call freedom? Are you really navigating the maze, or are you just walking in a circle?